In this lesson, we shall discuss the role of unionism in the struggle for independence. We shall also discuss the role of women in the struggle for independence. What is a trade union? Trade unions refers to associations of workers whose objectives are to fight for improvement of their welfare. The trade union movement played an important role in the struggle for independence. In this lesson, we shall discuss the trade union movement and the role of women in the struggle for independence. Kenyan workers during the colonial period encountered several problems and channeled their grievances through trade unions. Are you aware of any of their grievances? Some of them were: there was need for a united front to press for better wages. The introduction of the Kipande system interfered with freedom for workers. The African workers were heavily taxed, poorly paid, and no allowances. The banning of political associations created the desire for alternative avenue to express their political feelings. Poor working conditions and housing, and high cost of living due to increased prices of essential commodities. Trade unions played an important role in the struggle for independence in Kenya. Some of the achievements of the trade unions are: they served as a training ground for nationalist leaders, for example, Tom Mboya. They raised funds to sustain political leaders. Trade unions served as political parties, demanded for the release of political leaders. Trade unions also served as political outlets when political parties were banned, sensitizing workers on the need for joining political parties, organizing strikes, go-slows, sit-ins, and boycotts to oppose some policies of the colonial government. The African woman is a source of strength. Women contributed towards the struggle for independence economically, politically, and socially. Let us highlight the role of some of the women who participated in the struggle for Kenyan independence. Mora Mokangiti mobilized her people against the colonialists. Mekatilili Wameza mobilized the Agiriama against the British. Siotune Wakithuke used the Kiumi dance in 1911 to mobilize the Akamba against colonial rule. Kobilo Kondoat Kimosop, a Tugen medicine man, provided herbal medicine for wounded Tugen warriors. Mary Wanjiro attacked police officers when Harithuku was arrested. Chief Mangana of Kadem led her people in resisting the British. Some of the other roles included: they cared for children and families of freedom fighters when they were in the forest. They provided food to freedom fighters in the forest. They acted as spies for the freedom fighters. They administered oath to unite and encourage the fighters, as well as ensure secrecy of the fighters' movement. Some women actively participated in Mau Mau as fighters, for example, Field Marshal Mudhoni. They boosted the morale of freedom fighters, for example, by singing praise songs and joining the demonstrations. They acted as conveyors of arms and intelligence to freedom fighters on government operations, for example, Wamboi Otieno.